game. It's a rich thing.
Alright guys, so I got a package from Summit Racing. Let's open this up. I don't think everything's here. The other package actually came in yesterday, so I had to go pick those up. But let me see. Got Summit Racing right here. This is a battery relocation kit. You already know Summit Racing has a bunch of stuff. This is just a universal kit. I paid about 200 bucks. So let's see what actually came in so far. Alright, looks like the power wire actually came in way overkill. Look how thick that bitch is. I don't even know if I have anything to cut those off, but comes with a black wire, bunch of clamps, it looks like, rubber grommets, which is nice because if we gotta fish it through anything, we don't want it to get cut up. Heat shrink, this is even more nicer. Comes with these random, oh, they're probably like terminals you could jump in with, which is pretty cool. I don't know if I'll be using those, but because the battery will be in the trunk anyway, and you can still access the trunk even if the battery dies. I think that's just mostly if you can't open your trunk, you want to put these somewhere. We probably won't be using it, but yeah. So we are actually going to be starting to wire up this. Since I have a 6-speed, as you guys already know in my bag videos, there is no hole to bypass it. You got to drill a small hole, or for this one a 0 gauge hole, in order to fit it. And then, which luckily came with a grommet, we can just use the grommet in. But yeah, so let's actually do this battery relocation kit. Alright guys, let's get into it. And then by the time I run all this and come back here, I should have the other package with the actual battery bracket and all that. But yep, let's get this in. Gonna be showing you guys where I drill out holes. Don't mind the dirty carpet. We'll eventually get everything vacuumed once this cart is good to go. But yeah, don't mind all of this. Like I said, this car is probably it's salvaged because I'm pretty sure I got water damage at one point, but it's not enough for me to really care too much. So here we are. All right. So anyways, let's go ahead. I'm gonna have to pull this down, I believe. I'm just trying to remember where it was. It might have been like right under here. Let me figure it out and I'll come right back to you guys. Alright, you can see the hole right there, right into that one. We're gonna go ahead and now get the right size drill bit. That way we can fit our grommet. Alright guys, you can see hole is made. I went with so far I went with a 3/4 or a 19 millimeter hole socket or hole saw, and now we're gonna go ahead and try to put this on there. I ended up having to kind of removing this little plastic trim with the 3 bolts all around right here, just to give me some access. But you can see the grommet is in there, and we're gonna go ahead and put our wire through it now that it should fit, and I'll start pulling it from the other side. All right, the wire is passing through. So next, we just want to make sure now is we're going to be doing some stuff in here. We got to extend this or open this up and split it open and see how far we might be able to make this a little bit shorter and connect it in this one area right here, which will be perfect, right out of the way, very less hidden. That way we could actually get a little bit more length out of here if we need to. So yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut this open, and I'm gonna actually start splitting this open. So we're gonna be mounting, I'm waiting for like a butt connector, that way I can combine these two and all the other ones. So I have this butt connector right here for the battery relocation. So we're gonna put it here right now. I'll put the link in the description for this, and then the other end will go right into here. So right now we're gonna go in this in and then put the Allen key to tighten it down. So we got the butt connector, very tight, very easy to put in. This one you just gotta make sure you got 2 people, make sure that's shoved in all the way, but it's not coming out. This one, easy peasy. So we're gonna go ahead, probably cut this wire, this connection back, or the insulation, whatever, cover back, and then we're gonna be taping all this up now. So down here, it's hard to see, but that bracket right there, I've made the hole bigger, and I was able to reuse that nut. So now it's kind of routed. You can see the starter wire routed just like that, and then I just zip tied it back there and pull the excess wire back in there. After now this is all done, I can actually run the wire back, because I don't want to run it back until I figure out the slack up here, but it seems good enough. I use those butt connectors, and I'd put tape on it just to be safe. And next, this is not battery related, but I'm probably going to extend these wires right now and then get that done, and then we'll work on the rest of the wiring. Alright guys, so we are back under here. Now we're going to go ahead and start routing the wire all the way back. It should be pretty simple. I'm not going to show too much of this, but yeah, so let's get right into it. So we got the trim in here, very nice. Let's close this up. I'm still working on the back. So I took the seats out to be a lot easier. I think I just gotta trim this piece, because this is a pretty damn thick wire. So I'm gonna try to trim this piece down so I can start getting all this. I already got it wired here. It's already coming back over here. Look how much excess we have. Hella. I guess I got lucky. I did not even need to trim this. It clears it. I only cut this little triangle piece right on this little carpet. That way I could get it back in shape. But yeah, I guess I could at least put everything back in now for here. So I'm waiting on that. So right now I guess we can go ahead and mount up this bracket and find a way to ground it, whatever. So let's actually open this up. Everything you need is the side here. So if you open this up, we got the tie downs, we got the vent tube, and I don't know what else it comes with. Let's take a look. Here's the grommets for the vent tube, it looks like. Very simple. Very what this part is right here. It's like a liner of some sort. Brackets and all that good stuff. Let's take a look what we got here. I ended up drilling the holes for the rod right here. I ended up just dipping this in paint, and it had a battery in here, and I just touched it. Basically I had the battery on here like that, and I just put the rod through it and touched where it was touching. So I got the holes not perfectly lined up, but it'll get me pretty damn close to where I need to be. And then I'm actually got the same method, using this holes in there now, and I actually dip the paint right here, so I can actually start drilling down. So I'm gonna drill through the carpet, kind of scorch it up, and then I should be able to remove this piece hopefully to get the rest. Alright guys, so I kind of just went through it. I couldn't get this piece just alone off. Kind of hard to see, but you gotta take this whole thing off. I don't want to do all that now. So I kind of went through the floor already. I'm gonna remove this one muffler, this dirty big ass fat one right here, and just pull this off and pull off the heat shield. It'll be the best way in order to get access to that one area. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Just pull off these 5/8 bolts, and then I'll be able to remove this. We took the muffler off. We're gonna go ahead and take these 10 mils off, and we should be able to access those holes that we drilled out. So hopefully we'll be able to see them now. We are almost done. We are gonna finish up the bottom of this section of the battery relocation. We are finished, so everything goes tied it up. We're just using run rod. The other one will be way too far into here or somewhere. I just wouldn't be able to do it, unfortunately. So we're just gonna use one rod, which is for sure fine for what it's gonna be holding the battery in. But yeah, we are done with that. Now we can put everything finally back together and finish the rest of the trunk setup. Alright, trunk's all the way in. We're working the back. We have plenty of length, so I'm gonna cut this down very short. So luckily we still have another one from that piece. As you remember, this is from what is it from? That kit from the we did up front, the engine bay. So like I said, link in the description for these. It comes in as a pair, luckily. So I actually have enough to actually cut this and split it down into this. Now we also got to do a ground, and we got more of these guys. So I'm planning on using these to get these guys in here and in here for the ground. So I'm gonna actually make a ground somewhere in here and loop it here for the power. It's just gonna basically, I'm probably gonna make it come out like out of here, maybe it goes straight in here or something like that, and it's gonna just come out of the hole. But yeah, so let's get into it and I'll let you know more once I get this done. And I'm just putting the holes here and one here, and you can see the thickness of this. We're able to just slide it right in. It's very, very tight fit. It goes in and you can see it right there. So now that we got that, we got to get this through this way, and we're just gonna find a new ground for this place. Not too sure exactly where yet, but I want to find a good solid ground. So this is the next spot we're gonna be doing, and then I still gotta trim this and get that in there. So we made a hole just like this side. We made it a little bit bigger because to fit this in, and we're gonna go ahead and tape this up. We put another connector and cut out a big old length. So now that's done. Actually, I made a mistake. It needs to go under here. So I gotta redo this. So I'm back. So you can see, got the wire, and that's basically how I'm gonna have it. I could have made another hole somewhere else, but this is like the most convenient way to route this, just to keep it more kind of symmetric, you know what I mean? So next we're gonna have to cut this off and put the ground cable. I'm not too sure how I'm gonna do that because you need like a big crimper for that one. And then we're gonna be, I'm probably gonna mount it right here because I could put a nut on this side and tighten it up. So that's the plan to mount the ground. All right, we're just test fitting right now. We got the power wire.
Fuck this.
Fat
ass bitch.
Alright, could be over.
Okay, we're over here.
So we might end up putting in an inline fuse, maybe. I don't see. Well, we'll see if we're gonna do that or not. But we've test fitted the lid. I'm just trying to find some bolts to hold this down, but I don't think I'm really gonna be that picky. But we can have it right here.
You're not that fast. It's not gonna fly off.
Yeah, and then we still gotta mount this. Like I said, we gotta get like a crimper tool to crimp this because I don't have anything to crimp this.
Why don't you just crimp it with that? Use your butt cheeks to crimp it.
Yeah, I think it's too thick. But we're gonna go ahead and do that. Once we get this on, we can basically have this working finally. Yep.
And that's it.
We got the ground finally smashed in here. We're gonna mount it right here. Is where I'm gonna mount it at, and then continue. Basically, we're about done with this, and we're gonna finish up the bleeding the brakes. But this should be technically done once I get this. So we got the ground right here mounted. This is not going nowhere. We're gonna go ahead and put the cover back on here finally, and we basically are done with the whole trunk setup. And it starts up everything, so we don't need to redo it, but it looks way better. Let's go ahead and finish this up, and we'll end this video. Okay, so trunk setup is done. Doesn't that look super nice and OEM looking? Actually, I had to pop this grommet back in, but I kind of slit right here just to get more room for it to slide all the way over. But other than that, it looks good. Needs to be cleaned up, but yeah. This is the end of this video. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.